The Dominican Learning Center was established in 1994 at the directives of the Dominican Sisters.
We were happy that this was going to happen in our parish, and I knew they would do a good job.
Our wish was to work with the poor, the marginalized, and help them to get their GED. Sister Marie Granger was the first founder, and then in 2003 the congregation asked if I would come in and do that. I had been a principal, so it was a good move for me. I liked working with the poor, and I liked education. In those years, we've changed a lot. We've changed a lot in the building. We've made a lot of changes to the rooms. We've changed curriculum.
The board with Sister Sean wrote a vision statement, so we had a clear focus of what we were about.
We envision a place in Central Ohio where all of our students can learn to read and write and do math. We also offer computer, one-on-one computer, and that, besides that, our immigrants can learn to read and write and speak and converse in the English language.
I had dropped out of high school, make a long story short, and I took the placement test and my scores were very low. Of course, I had been out of school forever and didn't do really a great job while I was in school. I knew I needed one-on-one. So he told me about the Dominican Learning Center. I was just at a low level, so I had somewhat of a complex about it because everyone wants to feel that they're intelligent, or I'm a little hard on myself, so I was like doubting, myself, saying, well, gosh, you're not so smart because you have to start here. But I think as time began, I think I just learned to accept where I was. No matter what you've gone through, it's more so about your attitude and how you, if you have the desire to learn, no matter what level you are. I think my attitude just changed, because I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew that I was intelligent, and I knew that I wanted to achieve. For me, that's where the magic started, and I've been here ever since, working my tail off to attain my GED.
No, you're going to have 1/5 times 62 over 1.
1995 or 6, the immigrants knocked on our door and said, what about us? We said, why not? And so really our immigrant population is larger than our GED and adult basic education population. Their number one goal is to learn to speak English better.
When I came here, I couldn't understand even Thai.
Really?
Yeah, I was a little bit afraid, but when I came, I was surprised. People were nice to us, and it's okay for us to learn, to ask questions, and it was very good for me, and I was so happy to come here and learn more and more.
I was scared because when I came to United States, my English is about few words. After a few months, I just feel much better and much comfortable in this country. I start a little bit talk and understand, and I just can tell you, Tina is amazing tutor.
Dominican Learning Center is our home, because we came in this country. We don't know people in Africa. If you go somewhere, you can't stop in one somewhere and knock at the door, say, I came, I don't know nobody, and they will say, no problem, you can stay for how long you want. In Dominican Learning School, is like at home, like our home. You come, you knocked, and you say coming, and you come, and they'll just help you to learn to read.
I feel like home, it's people around, very friendly, very polite, and I just feel comfortable.
Our goal is to empower them and to accept them as they are, to build their self-confidence and help them to reach their goals.
And these people all have a terrific story to tell. They're very interesting. These are people that are coming out of war-torn countries. They're coming out of countries run by dictators, and they're hopping on a boat or a plane with very little money, They're coming to our country with a language barrier. They don't have a job. Chances are they don't know many people, if anyone at all. And I got a lot of admiration for them. I don't know that I could do that. I really don't. It takes a lot of guts.
And also, their children are going to schools in the United States. Their children are getting ahead of them. So they're trying to keep up with them and be able to help them.
So one day my daughter came home from school and she was struggling with her homework, math. And I got myself in trouble by asking her, let me see. And I looked in there and I realized I didn't understand a single thing. It's all gone. I did my high school diploma in 1986 and I've been working since. So everything's gone. English, math, everything. That was the realization that I have. If I wanted to be somebody in future, work less and make more, I have to, get higher in education. At that time, I couldn't afford it. And a very good friend told me that she was taking classes here and the teachers were very good, so I decided to come try. And they seemed to understand my problems before I even say what the main problem is. I don't know, these teachers are terrific. They have interesting shortcuts and simply make math interesting. It was impossible to me not to grasp things to the point that I find myself actually seeing the answers when we start the question. I see the answer before we even work the problem. So I just became curious about everything and I kept chasing after everything I can find to learn. And to me, it's been wonderful. I'm able to teach my kids better. I understand all their problems. My wife now actually sends the kids to me whenever it's homework time. And whatever I'm doing, I don't even have to stop. They ask me and I don't even look at the question and I can tell them how to, get there. And they're all getting prizes in school. They won principal's honor roll for being best math students. So they are in the park celebrating. It's because I came to school, because I had good teachers, and now I understand, I'll say I understand almost every problem in the math or how to get to the answer. So I'm passing it home.
See this? Yes. So you're going to say, I'm Len, and then you go like this. And so to guide them. Right. So
Our mission naturally is to help individuals reach their goals. To do this, we give them an option of two ways. It can be one-to-one tutoring if they need that and they learn better that way, or it can be small groups. And we find that they kind of bind together and help each other and kind of develop a relationship which is good, for them.
I've been blessed because I got the one-on-one I needed, and it's made me way more well-rounded than what I was before.
This is not a big classroom. This is one-on-one, trying to help the person be more independent, to have a better life with themselves and with their family.
This is the place to start. Whether you can read or write or, you want to use English as a second language, this is the place to start because they'll meet you right where you are. And it's very, very empowering. The staff here is wonderful.
It's a great relationship between our tutors and our students. Some of them are together 2 hours a week or an hour a week or even, more. And they become very close friends.
Thinking about it right now, they're all good. They're all good. My math teacher, sometimes I think I answer questions in my sleep. I'm sitting there taking a little dose and I think a question pops in my head and I speak aloud. And she'll tell me, you even answer the math questions in your sleep. I'm like, wow. It got to me.
When we were studying American history, I was learning as much as she was.
Yeah, but I think so. We both.
It was fascinating.
Virginia is a fantastic writer.
Oh.
You are. She always puts, I mean, there's so much heart. Always like, oh.
They provide a family, really, in a sense. If the person doesn't have that kind of support, they can come here and find consolation and warmth and the things that might be lacking.
You have some question, you can go there. You have question with your resume. You have question with health. You have any question,
Someone's
they
there to
can
help you.
Yeah, it's very, very, very important to us.
Yeah.
When you're working with these people, life gets in the way. And it isn't always about showing up for class on time, working with them one-on-one, and then giving them their homework, and they do it and they come back. Things pop up. And helping them solve those problems is particularly gratifying.
And when that relationship develops between the tutor and the one being tutored, it's a giving from a mutual need and therefore authenticating the relationship. I think that's a very important aspect of what has happened down here.
But I get more out of this than I give. I mean, when I walk out of the DLC, the good feelings I have, you can't buy in a store. You can't put a price on them. I mean, I really enjoy this, and it's priceless.
With all the students, it's just an eye-opener as to what people are willing to do and to go through to learn.
They ask the students to pay for their books, but oftentimes if they can't afford their books, say, pay $1, just something so that they have an investment in it too, a lot of times.
One of the challenges, I think, for this present council is how to do some fundraising, how to bring more money in.
The Learning Center doesn't get any government funds, so everything that they use to buy books and to run the center all comes from private donations.
You're not going to get money if you don't ask for money. And that's some of our needs here.
We have big, long roots here at Corpus Christi, and we're really thrilled to see the Dominican Sisters providing the service that they're providing.
I recommend the Dominican Learning Center for anyone who wants to further their education.
Our tagline is education improves lives, and we know that that's so true.
I will be so honored when I get my high school diploma because I know it's coming. And I have them to thank for it.
I find myself, a person who doesn't like math, looking for problems to work. English, I found my passion for reading again. And now, whenever I'm not learning, you see me there playing with the computer, trying to learn things. At work, I just got promoted. So I guess something really went good. And I think I benefited from being here. It goes to them, great teachers.